For years, I watched my mother, grandmother, and close friends in Mexico use lard as a staple in their cooking. It is the secret ingredient to making the best tamales, refried beans, among many other Mexican dishes. The art of homemade cooking, like making lard from scratch, is nearly a lost tradition. But once you start, everything changes. The flavors become vibrant and authentic. I'm excited to share this tradition with you. So right here, I've got the fat. I've already started doing some prep. I'm using 4 pounds of pig fat, specifically fatback, which is a thick layer that comes from the back of the pig, as the name states. This one's fairly easy to find. I'm just going to cut it into small cubes. That way it renders easily. You can also use leaf lard, which is considered to be a higher quality of pork fat, but to be honest, it's very hard to find. You can also use pork belly, but aim for a cut that's higher in fat and lower in meat. I'd say no meat if you can, just because it will give you a stronger pork flavor. Beforehand, I did chill the fat in the freezer just until it was firm, but avoid letting it freeze completely. It's just gonna make the cutting process easier. I've transferred all of the fat into a medium to large, heavy bottom, non-reactive pot and just place it on the stove over low heat. The process is gonna happen low and slow. There shouldn't be any burning, major sizzling. It's just gonna sweat the whole time as that fat begins to render. It's gonna take a few hours. Come back periodically, check on it. Stir it every 30 minutes or so. And from that, it's just a waiting game. All right, it has been 1.5 hours, and let's take a look at this. And as you can see, we started to render some of that fat. Look at that. It is looking gorgeous. We're still not there yet, but I'm just gonna give it a quick stir, show it some love, let it know that I am here waiting for it, and just enjoying the whole process. You don't have to be here watching it at all times, but I don't recommend you leaving the house. Of course not. You have to stay around, come check it periodically, make sure everything is looking good. Other than that, you can go wash clothes, vacuum, do some cleaning, or even cook. It is that easy. All right, let's cover it back up again, and let's get some cleaning done, I guess. After 3.5 to 4 hours total, this is how we are looking. Most of the lard has already rendered. We've got a light sizzle, which is fine. You're gonna get that as soon as the lard starts to release. It is time to remove the first batch of lard. Just ladle it into a strainer that's been lined with a cheesecloth into a heat-proof container. This first batch is gonna have a really mild flavor. By that I mean not too porky. Perfect for making flour tortillas, enchiladas, sopes, tamales. Oh my goodness. I personally prefer to have a mild flavor in tamales. That's why this is the type of lard that I would use. It's gonna have the clearest, whiter in color and result. For this step, you definitely wanna be cautious because it's hot, very, very hot. I'm gonna leave some of the lard behind in the pot so we can continue to render the remainder. And I'm just gonna carefully place the bits back into the pot as well. I'm gonna let this go for another 30 minutes to 1 hour, same temperature. We're getting ready to stir that first batch. I'm gonna be using airtight, non-reactive, heat-proof containers, aka my mason jars. And the lard has had time to slightly cool down, which is good. I'm gonna let these come to room temperature, let them cool down completely. I do like to label them with a tape that says first batch. That way I know if it's mild or a little bit strong in flavor. Do the date as well. Rest assured, we are going to be making tamales soon.
Oh yes.
Those bits have now turned a golden brown color. Perfect. I'm gonna turn off the heat because we are going to strain the remainder of the lard. And this one's gonna have a bit of a more concentrated pork flavor. Perfect for refried beans, even tamales if that's the theme you are going for. It's just so, so good. This lard is going to have a really nice white color as well, but it's not going to be as white as the first batch because of the browning we did. Now, as far as the cracklings, you can toss them out if that's what you prefer, or use them in your refried beans or even like a stew that you're making. It would be so, so good. For now, I'll just leave them draining so that I can use them later. Okay, it's gonna go into our labeled jars, second batch. And if you're gonna place these in the freezer, make sure you leave some headspace just to allow room for expansion. And that's it, we're just gonna allow them to cool down completely before we can cover them. And this is your final product, smooth, white, delicious lard that you can use for all sorts of cooking, not just Mexican cooking, but of course, it goes amazing with Mexican dishes. Again, whatever you're using on a day-to-day basis goes into the refrigerator. The rest goes into the freezer so we can extend the shelf life. You can find a ton more information on villacocina.com. I just love doing as much information as I can on those articles, so make sure you check them out. That link is going to be down in the description area with a couple of the tools that I used in this video.
Until the next one, everyone.
Bye, everyone.